Awesome. It's so great to see all of you here. Thank you so much for joining me today and joining each other. And most importantly, for bringing yourself here to class. You're always doing something good for yourself and for your body and for your mind when you're here. And I'm happy that you could join me today. So last week we did some new things, nothing terribly new, but we kind of mixed things up a little bit. So today will be similar to what we did last week. As always, I just want to remind you to adapt and listen to your body throughout. Make sure that what you are doing feels good to you. I'll be over here offering all kinds of modifications and variations, and it's up to you to really pick what feels best to you today. Okay. So as long as we are good to go, I'm going to go ahead and start my clock. And I'd like to invite all of you just to take a moment to connect to your breath. And just take a moment to kind of shake off the day. Maybe you've had a busy day today. So maybe take a moment just to let go of all of that activity and your plans for your day. Take a couple deep breaths in and just sigh that breath out, letting go of any stress or tension. And as you settle into your breath, maybe you'd like to close your eyes, or if you feel more comfortable with your eyes open, that's fine. Whatever feels more grounding to you. We're not doing anything special with our breath. I just want you to observe the rhythm and the length of your breath. And just allow your hands to rest comfortably. Maybe your palms are facing up. Maybe your palms are facing down, whatever feels better for you. So we like to begin our practice with some mindful awareness. Often we can dive into our workout without even realizing that we're not even breathing. So we'll take this opportunity to acknowledge the breath and then begin to deepen the breath. And as you settle in, you might find that your breath becomes a little bit deeper, a little more comfortable or smoother. So just allow your breath to continue to deepen. And as you inhale, perhaps you feel the chest expand or the rib cage expand. And as you breathe out through the nose, begin to connect to your core, to the muscles of your core, to squeeze the breath out of the lungs. And continue here at your own pace, maybe breathing in a little bit deeper. And breathing out a little bit longer, connecting to your core. Do that one more time at your own pace, breathing in. And at your own pace, breathing out. And taking a moment to acknowledge your own intention for your practice today. And to remind yourself to listen to your body and to honor the messages of your body without judgment. I'm going to invite you to turn your palms onto the top of your legs. And the next time you breathe in, allow your nose to look up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, just allow your nose to point down. And maybe slide your fingers toward your knees. And wait for that inhale. And as you inhale, nose points upward. Maybe you draw your elbows back behind you. And as you exhale, very slowly, sliding the fingers towards your knees, connecting to your core here. So your lower belly is lifting. Or maybe you're sensing the ribs drawing in towards the spine. And then again, as you inhale, sensing some expansion here. As you exhale, sensing the core. As you leave that breath out completely. And we'll do this one more time, breathing in at your own pace. Nice and easy here. And breathing out at your own pace. Dropping the chin, the nose, fingers to knees. On your next breath in now, come back to a neutral position. And then just turn your head to look in one direction. And then come back to center and turn to look in the opposite direction. Then back to center just a few more times at your own pace. If there's any tension or tightness in the neck, allow your jaw and your eyes to soften. And you don't need to look all the way beyond your natural range, but just find a nice, comfortable range for you. And one more time in each direction. Easy breath. And then come back to face center again when you're ready. And on your next breath in, just tense and squeeze everything. So beginning to wake up muscles now, squeezing as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, let that tension go. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Then we'll do that again. Inhale, tense and squeeze. Don't forget your face, tensing and tightening the muscles of the face, the shoulders, the arms, the hands. And as you exhale, soften and let it go. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, tense and squeeze. Through the nose if you can, breathe it out, let it go. Good, and now just take one arm and begin to circle the shoulder. Nice and easy here. It doesn't matter which way you go first, just moving whatever direction feels good to you. And then we'll go the other way, just nice and easy, just circling the shoulder around. Good. And now bring some awareness into the elbow. So maybe bending and straightening. The arm can just be right here down by your waist, or maybe bring it in front of you. Maybe it feels okay to reach above you. Just a few times here, just waking up that elbow joint. Or maybe taking it out beside you. And then bring the arm back down, circle the shoulder, and then move over to the other side. So circle this other shoulder around, nice and easy here. Nice simple circles in each direction starts to warm up the shoulder joint, helps the shoulder blades slide and glide along the rib cage. Preparing for some load-bearing movement here in a few minutes. All right, now notice your elbow. You can bend and straighten that elbow. And again, these are all just options. So you can leave your arm right here by your side. It feels comfortable to bring it up a little higher. Maybe you can open and close in front of you. Maybe you can reach above you. All of these are waking up those muscles, triceps, biceps. Good. Maybe out to the side. And let that arm rest once again by your side and circle the shoulder one more time. Good. And now let's get both shoulders circling around. And go the other way. And now both elbows open and close. I'm just going to show you our different variations to choose from. You pick what feels good for you. Good, and bring it down to your sides. Then let's hug our elbows in, bring our hands into a bit of a fist, and we're going to start a little bit of a run. Now we have variations on this run. You can run. You can also let both arms and hands move at the same time, as if you're skiing. If you need some support here, you can work with one arm and have the other hand on your lap. Okay, so doing what works well for you, and we've got about 20 more seconds. So we're just warming up here. We don't need to push a whole lot here. We just want to start to wake up the body, prepare it for more movement. Good, keep the breath moving. Nice, and now we're going to move into a bit of a crisscross and a pull. Now it could be the pull and leave out the crisscross. So here's one variation. You can cross your arms in front of you. They can be maybe heart level or maybe lower than your heart. Okay, you can also do one side. Okay, so these are all our variations to pick from. That's 30 seconds there. Then you might notice that I'm kind of spreading out my fingers and then I'm adding a squeeze as I pull the elbows. If that works for you, you can try that out for yourself as well. We've got about 10 more seconds here. And get ready for a little punch. Okay, so we're going to punch down. Showing one side. Could also go alternate sides. And now notice, I'm trying to pull my elbow back each time into this starting position. So find your comfortable starting position. And that's going to help you stay stable. Good. And again, we're warming up the upper body. We're also warming up the core here. We've got about 10 more seconds. All right, well done. And now let's jump a little rope. I like to have my palms face upward. See how that feels for you. And I'm moving in a bit of a circular motion here through my elbows, trying to keep the chest lifted. You can also imagine that you're tossing balls up into the air. Good, keeping the heart lifted. Good posture here today. Now let's go the other way. You can always do one arm at a time. Okay, so this is really good for muscular endurance in the arms and the shoulders here. And with the elbows close to the body, it also works the core. Good. So I'm just kind of going back and forth, kind of all around. Just keep it moving. And now get ready to punch up. You're going to punch straight up. And try to stop when the elbow is in line with the shoulder. Now, you can play with this. I'm kind of punching straight up in front of my shoulder. You can also punch a little bit more in and up, maybe in front of the heart, right? And it does not need to be real high. You might want to stop it right here, just in front of the heart. Okay. So many different ways, different options to play with. We've got about 10 more seconds. And then it's up to you to add speed or keep it slow. And we'll have more time to go through this again. But now we're going to row our boat. So now we're rowing across the center line. Think of drawing the elbow behind you. And this is not the only way to row the boat. We can also row the boat forward and back. All right. Now I'm adding in a bit of a lean forward and back. If you want some stability here, work with one arm and have the other hand on your leg so that you've got a little bit of stabilization here. You also don't have to lean forward and back, right? So working just with the arms here. And we've got about 5 more seconds. And then get ready for some front punches. So elbows in, we're going to punch directly in front of the heart. Okay, so I'm showing you slowly so that you can see the form here. And then adapting this for you. Now you can have the arm a little bit lower. And that's 30 seconds there. I do suggest that you keep it just in front of the heart here, that you don't take it higher. That can stress and strain the shoulder. So keeping it heart level or lower. Good, we've got 10 more seconds. And get ready to go for a little run. Here we go. Okay, so we're cycling through again. If you'd like to take it up a notch, maybe you'd like to go a little bit faster. And we're only taking these now 30 seconds at a time, so this is almost over. Go, we got 2 more seconds. And now we're going to punch down. Straight down. "15 more seconds, y'all. Doing great. Last one. All right, here's our pull. We've got a crisscross if you want to add the crisscross, or you can reach and pull, crisscross pull, one arm or both arms. Good, y'all. We got about 10 seconds. Keep moving, keep breathing. You're doing great. Get everything nice and warm. All right, here comes our punch across. So elbows in, we're going to punch across the body. Now, if twisting isn't feeling good in your body today, then punch in front. Okay. So it's up to you to pick a variation that you enjoy. You don't ever want to cause stress or strain. That's no fun. Okay, time to jump some rope or toss some balls in the air. We're going to have 15 seconds in one direction, and then we'll have 15 seconds in the other. If you're kind of hot, you can create a little breeze here. Let's go the other way. Keeping the chest lifted. All right, we're going to punch up. Here we go. Punch it up. Again, any variation that works for you. It could be more in front of the heart or straight up in front of the shoulder. Doing great. Go at your speed and get ready. We're going to row the boat. Here it comes. Rowing the boat any way you like, any direction you want to go. Doing great. All right, now we're going to punch to the front. If you'd like to, you can add in some speed bag here. Little punches right in front of the heart. Or they can be long punches. I've got 10 more seconds. You decide. All right, we're going to go for a run. Here we go. We got 30 seconds of running. You can always choose to ski. Good, good, good. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Okay, so we're going to have 15 seconds apiece for each of our punches. Here we go. Got a down punch. Get ready for a cross. At your own tempo, your own speed. Get ready for up. Here it is, up punch. You could always do both at the same time if you want to. It's a little different, yeah. Last one. All right, to the front, front punch. You prefer speed bag? Go for it. Whatever you like. Good. Now just wipe your hands. Just the wrists, relax here. Shake out the hands. Good. All right, take a moment now to check in with yourself before we move into our next segment. Maybe you need a sip of water. Our next segment is going to be all about the core. It looks like y'all can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up if audio is good. Awesome. Yay. Thank you. All right, so here we go. We're going to have a little lateral movement here. I've got one hand to support me on my leg. You can also have it resting on your chair. And it's like I'm just leaning over to pick something up. Like try to keep the chest, the heart straight ahead. Sometimes what can happen is the shoulder wants to kind of be bossy. So try not to let that shoulder dive in. And let's go to the other side, little reaches. Warming up the core. This works for both a little stretch as well as toning. It's also really good for balance because we're a little bit wobbly here. And you can go at your speed. You can take it slowly, or you can speed it up. Last one. All right, let's chop some wood. So we're holding on to that axe. We're chopping across the body. Good. I have a bit of a forward lean as I come across, but if you find that makes you feel unstable, just keep your spine upright. Little twisting here. Let your eyes look. Good. Last one. Go the other way. Moving mindfully, Exploring. Maybe one arm does the work. Maybe both arms. Good. All right, let's come back to the side reach. You're just going to reach. Maybe you'd like to go side to side here. I'll let you know when 30 seconds is up. So if you prefer to just do one side first and then the other, I'll let you know when it's time to switch. So a little extra challenge here today, and that's 30 seconds right here. Try to challenge yourself to stop in the center before you move over to the side. By stopping, that's also challenging those muscles to engage, to hold us upright, working on our postural muscles, as well as stabilizing the core. All right, and let's chop some wood. Here we go. Doing good, y'all. Modifying and adapting as needed. You can use one arm or both arms. Last one here. Go to the other side. Doing great. 10 more seconds. Last one. All right, here is one more side crunch. Well, I shouldn't say one more. There might be another. I can't remember, but I think this is our last one. Again, you can do one side only or shift from one side to the other. That's 30 seconds. Now, if you want to add a little extra for the arm and the hand, you can give the hand a squeeze into a fist, as if you're picking something up and lifting it off the ground. One more. Good. All right, let's bring the fists together now. Stabilize here, and then a little turn in each direction. And take your time here. This really recruits a lot of the core muscles here. Moving mindfully, that's 30 seconds. Doing great, almost there. 10 more seconds. The end. All right. So next up, let's hug our elbows in. We're just going to lean back a little bit. Now, you could also press back into your chair. Just press as much as you can back into your seat. If you feel comfortable leaning, you can lean back. And then sit up out of it, just kind of reset. And you'll do that again. Either press back into your seat or lean back until you feel some engagement. And then you can release again, take a breath, and we'll do that one more time. Either press back against your seat or lean back, or simply focus on your breath, those deep core breaths. Last one. All right, come back, elbows together. Let's come back to our little core twist. Doing great. See if you can let your eyes follow the elbow as it turns. Got about 20 more seconds. Almost there. Last one. All right, elbows in. And we're going to lean again. So you can lean back or you can sit back against your seat and press back into your chair. Maybe you're pressing back with your elbows. Maybe you're pressing back with your shoulder blades. If leaning is available to you, then you can sit away from the seat and just lean back a bit. And then come out of it, reset. Take a breath and lean again. Good. Reset. Last one. Lean or press. Good. Reset. Sit back to center. And now we're going to have a cross crunch. So your hand may be at the back of the head. Maybe it's here touching the shoulder. Good. You can add in the leg if that's available to you. Lifting the knee up towards the elbow. Let's go to the other side, switch sides. Also, you can always stabilize yourself with the other hand resting on your chair or resting on your leg. It's going to give you some additional support. Don't try to push yourself beyond your range. Here's our last one. All right, good job. Okay, so our core is done. Shake it out. Next thing we're going to move into are our weights. So if you need a sip of water, get yourself prepared. And moving into our upper body, I'm going to begin with 3-pound weights. And with your palms facing in, we're just going to raise the arms in front of us and then back down. A little raise and return. Now, you do not have to have weights for this. You can lift and squeeze your fists. You can also do one at a time. That's 30 seconds. Oh, I call these lateral, but these are the front delts. So the deltoid muscles at the top of the shoulder, in front of the shoulder here. Okay, good, good. And just like those punches, we don't want to raise the hands any higher than the shoulders. Here's our last one. Good. Now let's hug the elbows in. And here are our lateral delts. Again, you can do one at a time, or you can do both. Good. Now, some of you might have strong delts and you might be able to straighten the arms out. That's a lot of extra load, so just be mindful if you choose to do it this way that you're not feeling tension in your shoulders or your neck. You can always check in, see if this is available. Good. Doesn't take long for them to get warmed up. All right, that's it. So next we have hammer curls. So arms by our sides, palms facing in. You're going to lift and lower the hands. Very simple here. You can do one at a time, or you can do both at the same time. Good. It's 30 seconds right there. Nice smooth motion. No need to rush. Got less than 10 seconds left. The end. All right, so we're going to stop right here and we're ready to press up, a shoulder press. Now, it's hard to tell from the front, but I'm not fully straightening my elbows. So there's a bit of a bend still in that elbow. So find your range here. And again, one side at a time totally works. And that's 30 seconds. Good, y'all. Make sure you're breathing. Last one. Okay, so now we have our triceps. Many variations here that we can choose from. If you're able to lean forward a bit with some support, my one hand is supporting me on my leg, you can take that hand back. You can also take the hand above you and do it from this position. You can also sit back into your seat and press the elbows strongly into the seat behind you. You can press and hold, and then release and reset, and then press and hold. Okay, so find the variation that you enjoy today, and just stick with what works for you. And I'll just continue to show our options. If you're lifting the hand above the head and you have a weight, please make sure you are holding on tight. All right, so let's take a moment now. We can rest here. That is round one down. Well done. We got 2 more rounds to go. So just check in. Notice how you're feeling right now. Are you pushing too hard? Maybe you have a little more that you can add to this in this next round. All right, here we go. So let's grab our weights. We'll move into our lateral deltoids. So the side deltoids. Yep. I'm going to do what it says this time instead of mixing it up. And that's 30 seconds there. Y'all are doing great. 15 seconds. Last one. Good. Now we have our front deltoids. You can do one at a time. You can do both at the same time. It's a slight bend in the elbow. The arm is maybe relatively straight, but there is a bit of a bend. You can also keep it closer to the body and keep those elbows bent. Still feeling it in the same muscle group here. And that's 30 seconds. Good. I think we have time for one more. Okay, so let's move into our biceps. This time, palms start facing in, and then turn the palms to face up when you lift your hands. So palms in, palms up, palms in, palms up. Okay, or any variation that works for you. If you prefer hammer curls here, then you can just continue with your hammer curls. That's 30 seconds. Doing great. Last one. Good. Now here's our shoulder press. We'll get into position here. Palms face in and press up. And again, it's not about how high you go. Even just a little press upward, you're going to feel that. And that's 30 seconds there. Doing great, y'all. Got about 12 more seconds. And then get ready. Here come our triceps. So pick the triceps exercise that works best for you. Be mindful and aware as you move. All right, that's 30 seconds. If you need to switch, you can switch. Doing great. Remember your variations. You can press your elbows straight back into your seat. You can press yourself up out of your seat. You can even do some crisscross pulls. All right, last one. Time for a moment to rest. And this will be our last round. So we've got one more round to go. Take a moment if you need some water. Shake out your hands if you've been squeezing your weights. And then if you're ready, you can pick up your weights. Move on to my 5 pounds here. And here are our lateral delts. So elbows bent. Good, good, good. That's 30 seconds. Almost there. Good, one more. Okay, now we have our front deltoids. So here we're raising the arm in front of us, moving mindfully. Doing great. Remember, you can always rest at any time. No big deal. You can jump back in when you're ready. And that's 30 seconds. One more. Okay, let's do hammer curls and press and back to your hammer curl. So just take your time. We have our compound movement now with biceps and shoulder press. You can always do one at a time. Because we're combining these, we're going to keep going. So that's our first 30 seconds. Doing great, y'all. Okay, we've got one more minute to go. Doing great. Pace yourself, moving with awareness. Thirty seconds to go. Doing great. That's it. Let's move into triceps. So triceps of choice. Compress yourself up and out of your chair. You can press your elbows back into your seat. You can take one hand above your head and work your triceps that way. Doing great. Last one. All right, other side. Last one. All right, if you've got weights in your hands, you can put them away. Take a moment just to breathe. Check in with yourself now. Before we move into a stretch, I just want to bring yourself back to your breath. And maybe wiggle your fingers. And then circle your wrists. And I have my hands in a comfortable fist here. So I'm not squeezing, it's just loose. Maybe circle down by your sides, bringing that movement a little bit more into the arms. You can circle both ways. Good. Maybe lift your elbows high and bring them down. And again, maybe circle those elbows if that's comfortable for you. A little wider range of motion. If that does not feel comfortable, just lift them up and bring them down. Good. One more. Nice. All right. So keeping one hand on the shoulder, maybe one hand on your seat. We'll lean over to one side. Maybe that elbow wants to lift. Maybe the hand wants to lift. Maybe it's more comfortable just to have the arm resting. Take another breath. Come back to center. And other side, fingertips on your shoulder. Little lean here. You can lift the elbow. You can reach the hand up. The arm can be straight. The arm can be bent. Palm can face the front of the room if that feels better for your shoulder. Good, and let that go. Let's place our hands on top of our legs. And on your inhale, just allow your nose to lift up towards the sky. Maybe slide your elbows back behind you. As you exhale, slide your fingertips towards your knees. Let the chin and nose drop down. And again, take your time. And come back to a neutral spine when you're ready. We'll finish here with just an easy twist, taking fingertips behind you on your seat. Hand in front of you is just resting on the same knee or leg. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And unwind, come back to center. And then other side, fingertips behind you. Easy twist. Big breath. And then gently unwind. Come back to center. And then take a moment here just to breathe and get centered. Take a moment to acknowledge the effects of this practice on your body, on your mind, on your spirit. And thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you all again next time. You did a wonderful job. Always great to see you.